We have some late breaking news out of Boulder, Colorado. Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes has dismissed another player from the roster. But before we get off into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you'll know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. And if this is your first time coming across the channel and you're new to the platform, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, post your comments, share the video out. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. I see everybody in the comment section, #salute, and you know what my mantra is. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. Well, we got the late breaking news, man, out of Boulder, Colorado, but that Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes has dismissed another player from the roster. But before we get off into the video, this video is sponsored by SeatGeek.
SeatGeek, the official sponsor of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, the #1 rated ticketing app, over 28 million downloads, 70,000 plus events from concerts to sports, all your tickets across the web, all in one place, rated 1 to 10. Green means good, red means bad, and all your tickets are backed by your buyer's guarantee. And remember, use my promo code Simply Ball Dropping at checkout to get $20 off your purchase.
And just remember, by using my promo code Simply Ball Dropping at checkout, you're getting $20 off your purchase. Also, you're helping the channel. Well, I want to get right off into this, man. Now, we covered a story about a week ago about Tavares Dawson and Bishop Thomas. Now, Tavares Dawson was noticeably missing from the spring roster, and nobody knew the reason being. Also, Bishop Thomas was included on the spring roster. And then the reports came out later after that. We covered a story that Bishop Thomas was dismissed from the Colorado football program. Now, on this eve of that, now we get late breaking news that Tavares Dawson has been dismissed from the Colorado football program. And I want to give a personal shout out to one of my viewers that brought this to my attention on my channel, asking, do we know the situation on Tavares Dawson? I posted did a podcast on Tavares Dawson noticeably missing from the spring roster. And one of my viewers commented, "Have you heard about the situation on the wide receiver Tavares Dawson? Why is he missing from the spring roster?" I replied, "Yes, I will be covering shortly." So shout out to Mitchell Williams 5103 for posting that comment. Now, you guys, you can post your comments if you want to get some more content on things that you want to know about. Just leave a comment. Like I said, I see all the comments down in the comment section. I do reply to them, and we will cover it. So shout out to Mitchell Williams 5103 for asking about the situation with Tavares Dawson. So we're going to get right off into it. Now, like I stated, it's late breaking news, man, that he has now been dismissed from the Colorado football program. This is a shocker. Basically, Tavares Dawson dismissed from the Colorado Buffaloes football team. And then he said the Auburn transfer says he will re-enter the portal during the spring. Tavares Dawson says he is no longer with Deion Sanders in Colorado. The wide receiver was dismissed from the program after dealing with a personal matter last week. An original 4-star from Auburn, Dawson came to Boulder as Coach Prime's original transfer portal class last year. He was highly touted athlete coming out of Sanders' hometown of Fort Myers and ranked as a consensus top 50 recruit with second-team All-Florida honors. His coach at Lehigh Senior was current Colorado's Director of Player Development, James Chaney. "I'm disappointed that I'm no longer with my teammates at Colorado," Dawson told Buffs Beat. "It's an unfortunate situation, but I'm excited for my new fortune and been able to take my talents elsewhere. I'm thankful for the opportunity Coach Prime and his staff gave me in Boulder. I'm just a kid from Fort Myers like he was, and it means a lot to me. With that said, I'm ready to work and I will be entering the transfer portal this spring. Now, the 5'11", 170-pounder appeared in 7 games for the Buffs in 2023. Dawson started 4 games when Travis Hunter was sidelined due to a lacerated liver. He recorded 14 receptions for 124 receiving yards and a touchdown to go along with 1 carry for 8 yards and 1 touchdown on the ground. This includes a career best performance at home versus Nebraska. Many speculated about Dawson's status with the team after he was left off the Colorado spring roster last week. He was listed as the 4th option on the Buffs' unofficial depth chart going into the offseason conditioning drills. Sanders has brought in 3 additional receivers via the transfer portal. Newly hired positions coach Jason Phillips. Colorado has perhaps the deepest wideout room in the nation, led by Hunter, who is likely entering his final collegiate season in Boulder. Now, the Buffs are preparing for their black and gold spring game on April the 27th. So there you have it, man. He's been dismissed from the team, but as that wide receiver goes out, Deion Sanders and them have brought in plenty of reinforcements to go along with, them, letting, Dawson walk. So at the receiver, like they said, it's a deep receiver group, man. I think they got 11 on the depth chart, and that doesn't including the best receiver on the team, Travis Hunter, which he'll play cornerback as well. And it doesn't include Jimmy Horn Jr. Now, you know what Jimmy Horn Jr. brings to the table. Now, Jimmy Horn had a real good first season. And, now they brought in transfers, Will Shepard, a leading receiver at Vanderbilt the past 2 years. Then also they brought in Terrell Timmons Jr. from North Carolina State and Cordell Russell from TCU, plus the dynamic freshmen of Cameron Michael and Draylon Miller. That joins a group that includes several other talented young receivers, including Omarion Miller. Now, also, we got to take in consideration about the kid out of Florida Atlantic, LeJontay Wester. Exciting guy. They compare him to almost like the guy coming out of West Virginia. I forgot his name, that played for the Cowboys. A real good, he came from West Virginia University. I forgot his name, but they compare him to him as well. So them guys that are on that receiving core, hey, they some big names, and we know what they can bring to the table. We know what Travis Hunter and Jimmy Horn can bring to the table. So basically, Tavares Dawson, he has been dismissed from the team. I don't know the situation. They said it was a personal matter. The sources out there, they really haven't, got too deep into that, saying what the personal matter was. But Tavares Dawson, he confirmed himself that he is no longer with the team, and he will be jumping in the transfer portal this spring. It's an unfortunate situation because I know he, liked his stay in Boulder. He said he misses the guys. Like I said, man, situations like this happen all the time, and when we covered the transfer portal, during the off season, we know kids jump in the transfer portal. We know kids decommit. But in this situation, you got to take your opportunity and make the best of it. I don't know what the personal issue was, but when we covered the Bishop Thomas story, we knew what that issue was. He did some conduct detrimental to the team. And I don't know if you guys saw today, Bishop Thomas took to his Instagram on live, and they was asking him some questions. Do you think that Coach Deion Sanders primetime showed favoritism toward his kids? And he had a classic response and said, as a parent, ain't you going to show favoritism to your kids? Ain't you going to, give them, a little bit different than you give everybody else? So I thought that he handled that well. He said you can read into that any way that you want to read into it. But at this time, Colorado, a major loss, and Tavares Dawson, but they have replacements. So the buck don't stop here. We're going to wish Tavares Dawson the best of luck in the transfer portal on his next journey with the next school that he plays for. But at this time, Tavares Dawson is no longer with the Colorado Buffaloes. So you guys, like I said, let me know what y'all think about Tavares Dawson being dismissed from the team. Post your comments. Like I said, you could be featured on the next Simply Ball Dropping podcast. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.